them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down, here's Mixon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, Burrow. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Play action. Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 70 yards, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it down the field and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the... And the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time? But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. McPherson. That will extend their lead even further. So this one, Charles, it's only the third quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a one-score lead you don't even count, but a two-score lead you know can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now, they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact that this is going to go your way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
You need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball, I'm about to make a big play.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cincinnati set to take over once again. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To the air again, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee from 4 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Oh, you know what's coming.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow rolling to his left. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The punt team on now is from their end. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Stafford over the middle and complete to the tight end Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 10. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford hooking up with Akers. And he goes out right around the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Stafford now to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. A give, running right is Akers. Room here to run. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Stafford. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Steps away. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll have a quick 1st down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. On the move to his left. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.